What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Sky today. SKY. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 29th day of November, and here we are sitting at about 5.4 cents. This is the Sky 2 US dollar chart, and for those of you that don't know, and most of you probably do know, but Matic used to be the ticker, that's Polygon, right, is now Sky. If you're looking at Sky, oops, not M Sky, my bad, McSky. If you're looking at Sky USD, you'll only find exchanges. But if you click in Sky 2, you get the crypto. It's not an exchange, it's the trading view chart, and this gives you the all-time history from before when Sky was Matic, whenever that's what the ticker was. So just for future references, if anybody's looking for this Sky 2 USD, that gives you your all-time history. Anyways, here we are. No volume, though. You don't get the volume read. If you want that, you have to go on the exchanges. Anyways, here you are, up 26% this week, while the average altcoin, let's just see the others chart here. The average altcoin is down this week. Or no, sorry, you're up about 2.4% on the week. That's nice, but you're up 26%, so like 10 times more. That's awesome. That's great. Bullish engulfing candle if I've ever seen it. You're engulfing literally in the next 1 day and 7 hours, if you can close here, you're engulfing 1, 2, 3 weeks of closing price action, right? You're not engulfing the whole third week. You're not even engulfing the whole second week because the wick comes all the way up here. But you are engulfing the closing prices of all three of the. So it's like basically in the last 4 weeks, all this downward price action doesn't matter because you're just back at where you started 3 weeks ago. Technically 4 weeks ago. Here it looks like 3 weeks ago, but because we're at the end of this week, it is 4 weeks ago basically. Anyways, time math. I love time math, don't you? Time math is the hardest. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here, 5.5 cents is the price. Selling off a little bit of a wick. I do want to, since we're on the short term stuff, I do want to use Coinbase, something that has some volume to it. You can see there's a lot of volume at the top there, a lot of volume at the top there as well, but I'm not really worried about the price yet. We'll see. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here, little bearish divergence at the top, you can see, so it's makes sense that you'd probably come back below this level here. We likely will see prices below 5.36 cents. Okay, so with that in mind, taking the retracement of this low to this high, might it make sense to go down to 0.052 or 0.053 or maybe even just below 0.054? I think any of those areas are fine, but lower nonetheless would make sense to me. If we're taking this high to low, I'm just kind of curious to see what we would do. I mean, it makes so. I highly doubt we go below 5.26 cents. If we do, if you go below 5.26 cents, you're likely at a double top, and you likely do retrace further. Okay, 5.26 cents is the line in the sand to not break. Okay, if you want to maintain that you grow, that you continue, that this is not the end of this phase here. Stochastics are coming down, suggests a little bit of downside comes. The MACD looks fine. I mean, you look good overall on your 1 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, it's just that bearish divergence. That's the only thing, right? But very nice readings nonetheless. Very, very good RSI overall. I mean, lower lows with higher lows, you just consistently getting overbought, not getting oversold, living above your 50. You look great. You really do look great. 4 hour time frame here, a little bit of bearish divergence there as well, and this would call for a move down to about, oh wow, 0. So that's 5.2. Ooh, see, now that could mark a top because we were saying 5.26 cents, right? If you were to go below 5.26. It can happen. I mean, you can go below that golden ratio and still come back up, but I must admit, wow, I think this might be a relative top. We're going to run with that idea now and just see if we come up with some more things in the charts to confirm that. But right now, I would say if you close below 5.26 cents, that would imply that the top is in. And your bearish divergence on the 4 hours suggests that we do go down that way. Same thing with the stochastics, and you have bearish divergence on the MACD, all three indicators. Yeah, you might have a local top. And on the 4 hour, this volume dying off actually looks a little bit more significant here. It does suggest that we're at a topping point. Let's just be fair. When I say a topping point, I don't mean, all right, time to go to 0. I just mean retrace, break this trend, back test, find support, and then move higher. You're not moving up right now. You're consolidating. So that's probably what's going to happen. But you're on the path higher. Absolutely you are. Stochastics, MACD, RSI, all bearish divergence. Actually, I will say this real quick. First off, the 1 hour makes you think we have lower to go rather immediately. The 4 hour does have bearish divergence, but only if this candle closes red or any subsequent candle closes red. If you keep closing green, if you can close this candle green, and then the next 4-hour candle closes green, and the next one closes, if you just keep closing green, this bearish divergence will go away, and it actually won't be a thing. So 2 hours and 16 minutes left. That's a lot of time, and you're only down 0.15%. Like, you have over half this candle body to go, and you're really not down that much. So while you do have bearish divergence and it does look promising, the 1 hour is bullish enough. I still believe that we'd go below here, but it just depends, right? You can go, and let me delete this line, right? This is the bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame, on the RSI. So you still have a day with destiny there. You still will go below there. But you can go below there in the next hour, and then the next hour and a half, come back up and close here, and you're closing the 4 hour time frame green. Maybe you come up right now and you close the 4 hour time frame green, and then the next 4 hour candle comes down here. But then by the end of the candle, you close green again. You know, like, it just, you've got enough time to where you can work out this 1 hour bearish divergence and still avoid the 4 hour bearish divergence. But it becomes cemented. It's in stone, and it's unavoidable that you will interact with prices that are below this level here if this 4 hour candle or any 4 hour candle closes red before you get these readings above their corresponding highs. Okay? And in all fairness, with the MACD here, typically when you cross above the zero, you expect to consolidate for about a day to 3 days or more. We haven't really consolidated yet, so it might imply that we have lower to go. But whenever you build momentum like this, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just, you've got some contradicting things. I'm sticking with the downside still, but again, if you don't close this candle red, you can keep building. It's only bearish divergence if you have a red candle. You technically don't have that yet. Daily time frame here. Looking at this, if we were to take, and this is the high, I'm just going to delete the high. This is where, this white line here is where the 4 hour bearish divergence would take us. So a target below this is what we would expect if this is the relative high. I've basically decided that, but we're not completely conclusive yet. High to low, right above your 382. You would come back down below this. It would make sense to go to the 236, man. There's some contradicting things going on in the fibs, guys, right now. There are some contradicting things going on. I'm sticking with the downside call. I'm sticking with the idea that we find resistance here, where we found resistance before, where we found support before. And I think that not only will we go back to 5.2 cents where that 4 hour divergence formed, but we'll go through it and likely back down to the 236. All the way down at 4.77 cents. That's my call, officially. Unlike the rest of these higher or lower highs, this one will promote a higher low instead of a lower low. And I think with that, you'll get set up to break out of your trend. Sky, one way or another, let's say that I'm right, this is what will happen. You're going to go down to your 236, find support where you found support before, and then move up to your golden ratio. Or even higher, maybe move up to your 786, 886 because you've interacted with your 0.5 already. Or if I'm wrong, instead of pulling back, you'll just move up to the golden ratio zone right now. So one way or another, whether it's, you know, over the next couple of days or it's in the next couple of weeks, you should see a 6.2 cent price and above. But I am calling for 4.7 cents or at least something below 5.2 cents right now. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. I've said it all. And you got hidden bearish divergence here with higher highs and lower highs there. Again, similar to the bullish divergence, technically this is not hidden bearish divergence until you get a red day to close. Or, better yet, if you get a day to close above here, that hidden divergence goes away because now you have higher highs with higher highs. But time will tell. We'll see. Stochastics look good. The RSI is shaping up, and the MACD is sad a little bit, but you're typically the saddest at your lowest, so that's good. You want a sad MACD. That means you're at your low point, right? A little bit of volatility never hurt anybody. You're basically in a move that's just going to take you up here and higher. And you're just going to see some volatility. That's all. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Thank you all. Bye-bye.